Hello, YouTube. So, as the title says, I'm coming out as transgender, a trans woman. The new name I picked for myself is Audra. My new pronouns are she, her. I thought about making a very in-depth video about it, but I decided just something more laid back was appropriate. Now I'm out at school. I'm out to my friends. I'm out to my family. So now I feel I didn't want to come out on the internet before I came out to the important people in my life. But now I have, so I feel like I'm able to do this. I started hormone replacement therapy in June 8th of this year, so it's been a little over 2 months now. And I mean, honestly, I'm more grounded than I've ever been. I'm more centered than I've ever been. I'm more calm than I've ever been. I just feel more alive, you know? The world feels more colorful. I feel happier. But I know the road ahead is not going to be an easy one. Just because transitioning itself is a process, and it can be a struggle at times, and but of course we also still live in a or there's still, being trans is still a political issue, at least in my country of the United States, and I think it still is in other countries like the UK. So apart from just the struggle of being trans in and of itself, the external world makes it that much harder to be trans. I didn't think I could ever come out, honestly. I didn't think I would ever have the ability, the courage, to do it. And I mean, if someone asked me when I knew, it's well, I sort of knew back when I was 5 or 6, but when I just, more of my friends were girls, and I just sort of clicked with them. I just kind of got I felt like I understood the girls in my class the way I didn't understand the boys. But I didn't have the language that I do now, so I didn't think I was trans. I just thought, oh, I'm just a feminine boy. And then when I learned about the trans community in my mid-teens, a light bulb went off. And I even wrote a little novella to pour out my feelings at the time. But I just wasn't in a good place. It wasn't a great time in my life either in general, and so I just tried to ignore the feelings as best I could. And that worked until around December of last year. And it was around last year that I started befriending several LGBTQ members. And I didn't realize it at the time, but that really helped me to find myself and accept myself. And I remember one of the first people I came out to was a trans friend of mine. She was as supportive as she, as anyone could have been. And now that I'm out at school and with my friends and family, almost everyone's been supportive. I'm sort of, I guess I shouldn't be shocked, but you hear so many horror stories about people just not having horrible coming out stories, and I didn't. I've had basically a nearly perfect coming out story. I don't mean to minimize the struggles of other people or anything, but or not trying to boast, but I'm extremely lucky and extremely grateful to have a family that loves and supports me, and have a friend group that supports me, have a school, that is a welcoming environment. But it's also, I have a lot on my mind right now. I'm unpacking a lot of things. I'm kind of reevaluating my past a lot more, thinking more about my future more. And so the other main thing I wanted to say in this video was I think I'm going to take a bit of a break from YouTube. I don't know how long, and it's not going to be a permanent one, I promise. And I don't break promises. Might take me 50 billion years to fulfill the promise, but I never break a promise. Yeah, at this time in my life, I really need, to reevaluate my values, my priorities, reevaluate who I am as a person. And that makes perfect sense, starting my transition, that I would be thinking about all these things. And I also feel like I've not been using the internet in the most healthy way over the past couple years. And I feel like it's sort of affected my mental health, affected my image of myself, affected my image of others in the world, which I suppose it's bound to do. But when that stuff, becomes overwhelming, or overwhelmingly negative, then there's some wires getting crossed that should probably be sorted out. So yeah, I don't know when I'll come back to YouTube, or what my plans are, or what my future projects will be. But at this time, I just need to rethink it's wrong to say like build my life from the ground up again, because obviously I'm still working with all the progress I've made, and working with my life as it is now. But you know, I'm trying to become who I'm meant to be, or who I want to be. And I just don't feel like I can make content at this time. Yeah, that's probably about it. But I did want to at least make this message about this important step in my life, before taking a break. I didn't want to just come back in 6 months or a year as Audra. I want to put myself out there now, so it's not, no one's bowled over by surprise when I start making videos again. So I think that's about it for now. So I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully very soon. Thank you for watching me all for these 3 years. For now at least, this is Audra signing off.